Welcome back, it's Unpredictable. If you're new, subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and let's get this video going. Welcome back guys, it's Unpredictable, making a brand new video. Welcome to the channel, my name is Unpredictable. Welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'll be showing you the top 40 CYDIA tweaks of iOS 12 using RootlessJB. I want to point one thing out, that some tweaks may not work for every iPhone device. I'm using iPhone 8 Plus, so this may not be compatible for every single tweak for your iPhone device. Also, I want to point out that I do apologize about the cringy intro. I tried to make it sort of cinematic, but I also wanted to point out that I do appreciate everybody that supports me, likes my videos, commenting, all the positive stuff. So anyways, I appreciate it so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. It took me a while to do. Hope you like it. Enjoy. Genuinely jump in. I want to give a quick shout out to Grey Guy, this Grey Fids. He's been helping me out so much in the past few days with this CYDIA 40 jailbreak thing. So yeah, make sure to subscribe to him. Make sure to follow him on Twitter. His link is going to be down below in the description. He has helped me out. So message him, tweet him saying thank you so much, and let's get this video started. First tweak I have for you guys is called New Grid Switcher. Basically what it does, it takes the normal grid switcher into something better and more looking. So obviously we're going to go into Coinbase, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is swipe up, and you pretty much won't get, you're just going to get like this, right? And as you can see, it's at the top here. So if we're going to open up another application, this is going to be Snapchat for example, and then we're going to open Notepad. So if we go inside the grid switcher, as you can see, it opens up like this. There's no longer like a little line over here. It's actually a grid feature. So I highly recommend this. So you can actually, to close it, all you got to do is swipe up just like so, and it moves down below. Swipe up and then swipe up. So you can have so many applications, and it's going to be in this little grid feature at the bottom and the top. So it does look really cool. So guys, this is New Grid. So as you saw in my previous tweak, I hadn't used home gestures. Basically this allows you to turn your old iPhone into an iPhone X. So basically if I swipe up from the iPhone, from the little clock down, I'm going to get inside the control panel. And then if I swipe up, obviously, this is like the home button, as you can see over here, and then I can do this. So if I go into settings, as you can see, if I can swipe up, just like so, it gets rid of the application. If I swipe up from here, it's going to get me into notifications, and pretty much like that. So if I lock my device, you're going to get this little bar over here. It moves up and down a bit. But that is the only time you're going to pretty much see this. This will not work on like settings or anything else. So the next tweak is called F dots. So basically what it does, it deletes the page dots and deletes like the little, you know when you update your application through the App Store, you get like a little blue bubble. Well, it gets rid of them as well, and I'm pretty sure it also deletes the notifications. So I know that I do have a notification for Snapchat, and I have one for Twitter, but there's no like notifications there, so it gets rid of all of them completely, and it makes your device look a lot neater. There is settings for this, so if you go inside settings, you go to F dots, and you can, as you see, you can hide. So as you can see, you can hide page dots, hide badges, hide update dots, and you can hide beta dots. I've not enabled this because I have no idea what it is. I've never seen a beta dot, but it's a possibility. And the very next one is called Label Hider. This suits very nicely with F dots. Basically, it deletes all the names of the applications and just gets rid of it. So even on my floaty dock, as you can see, there's no names over here. So it does work pretty well. I really enjoy this tweak. Even the folders, there's nothing inside the folders. Well, actually there is. My bad. But yeah, it gets rid of the ones on the home page. So that is Label Hider. So yeah. Guys, the next tweak I have for you guys is called S8 Edge. Basically what it just does, I've put the brightness all the way up because I want you to see it. As you can see on the sides, there's like a little white shadow, same on this side as well. And also my corners are like rounded. So it might be a little difficult to see, but my corners are rounded. So this is quite nice. Basically what it does, it gives you the look of a Samsung Galaxy 8 Edge. it just makes it look more curved on the way. That's why there's little lines here. So especially at night time when you're visiting something, or if you have Noctis 12, this will be quite nice to see. You can't see it this much on like a white background, but if you're on like a darker background, you'll be able to see it really clearly, especially at night time, as I said. Guys, I've got another tweak called Simple LS. So basically what it does, as you can see obviously by now, it changes the time and the date and everything all the way to the left. So I feel like this looks really nice actually. It does give a nice look to your iPhone device because normally it's in the middle. There is settings with this, so if I go back into settings, as you can see it here, you can enable it. You can go to default or simple, and then you click more, and you're going to get a few options. You can change the options from 24 hours all the way to 12 hours. Let me focus a bit. And you can change to black font, you can go to bold, disable auto set font color, disable flashing, disable all them good stuff, hide. You can pretty much get a lot of things. So the very next tweak I have for you guys is called pull to respring. Basically what it does, it resprings the device. So instead of having to reboot your device, all you can do is respring it. So if you go inside settings, obviously this is what normally looks like, but if you pull down all the way, you should get like a little vibration, and then eventually it'll respring. So it should only last you 5 seconds roughly, and then once it loads up, you're still back inside the jailbreak and it works perfectly, and this time it will not bring you back into safe mode. What is called sugarcane. What this does, if you go into the side control panel, you'll look at the clock, or not the clock, the actual volume and brightness. You're going to get this little like numbers. So basically what it does, I'm going to dim this a little bit. So as you can see, you're going to get these little numbers. So once you put the volume up, it's going to go to 100%, and then once you put it down, it goes all the way to 0. So it's a real nice feature actually. There's not much of a need for it, but it is nice to have it there just for a minimalistic look. Is gravity. So of course gravity, you pretty much know what it is. If you don't, this is what it is. As you can see, you just shake your device and all the apps drop, and you can turn your phone around and pretty much every app just falls wherever your phone is. You can grab an application as well, just move it about. It's really fun to do, and you can trick your friends with this as well. It's quite crazy. You can go into settings over here, go to gravity, and there are some features over here. There's bounciness, friction, speed slow, and all these good effects. So the link is going to be to download this down below in the description. So the next tweak I have for guys is called Boxy 3. What Boxy 3 allows you to do is basically customize where your icons set. So mine are in the middle, sort of squeezed down together. So if I get two of my fingers and press it at the same time on the screen, you'll get this little pop-up. What this will do, you can customize it. You can either press the plus button over here like this, or you can actually hold it and drag it yourself, and eventually you'll see your applications moving. You can put them in closer, you can put them away, all the way to the top or the bottom, it doesn't really matter. But regardless, this application, this little tweak is very useful for your iPhone device. Highly recommend it. The link is going to be down below in the description. So we just covered two favorite tweaks. The next one is called Melia. I believe I'm pronouncing it right. If I'm wrong, I do apologize. Basically what it does, instead of having like a big annoying volume hub, you're going to have one at the bottom on the left, at the top left side actually. I do apologize about that. So as you can see, you can put the volume up, you can even put it down. If you do turn this off, you're going to get a little animation right there. So even jiggles, bounces around, which is absolutely amazing. This is free to download. The link is going to be down below in the description. And the next tweak I have for you guys is called Exco. I believe I must be pronouncing it wrong. Basically what this does, it's absolutely crazy. So if you have a folder with applications like I do over here, I've got one here, I've got games, I've got this one there. So basically what you do, if you hold the box like so, you're going to get this little thing, like all the applications are going to come outside of it, so you don't actually have to click on inside the box, the folder. You just click it, hold it, and then go inside the application that you want to visit. It's the same thing for every others. If you've got too many applications, you'll go on the side like this. It works absolutely great. Highly recommend it to everybody. This is a best CYDIA tweak that I can possibly have seen. Next tweak I have for you guys is called Unlock Volume. Unfortunately I can't use this because it doesn't work with Melia. Basically what this does, if you lock your device, if you lock your device and you're trying to put your volume up or put the volume down, nothing shows up. Basically what Unlock Volume does, it actually gives you a volume hub that you can see if your volume's going up or down. This tweak doesn't work with Melia because Melia basically allows you to have this little thing. If you remove the tweak called Melia or anything else that's similar that does modify the volume hub, it will work, guys. And if you lock your device, you can actually see the volume going on your lock screen device. So I'm starting the first tweak off with Neptune. Neptune basically allows you to have, as you can see at the bottom, there's like a line. That means it's iPhone XS gestures. So if you can swipe up, you no longer need to use a home button. So my iPhone is iPhone 8 Plus. This works for lower versions as well, like iPhone 7, iPhone 7 Plus and all that, even iPhone 8. And you don't even need to use the home button. Although it does work, you don't need it. So if you just swipe up all the way, real quick, you're going to get to this point, and then you can like swipe through the websites. You can go to other applications like Twitter, swipe up again, and it just closes. You can go to your control panel by doing this, typing on the clock, or not on the clock, on the battery icon over here, swipe down, have a look, toggle on and off, and that's it. The only thing I did manage to find a bug is because when you do click on this, it no longer works. It can't go into control panel because this just opens up. So that's the only issue. To get into a notification center, just tap here and go down. Oops, my phone's falling. So that is Neptune. The link is going to be down below in the description for every single tweak. So the next cool tweak I have is called Small Siri. Basically what this does is it allows you to have a Siri at the top or Siri at the bottom, so that instead of covering the full entire display. So if I say, "Hey Siri," as you can see, it opens up just there. Let me like show you better. It's literally at the top. What's the weather like today?
It's currently 4 to 9.
There we go, so that is Siri. You can go back into the settings and change it to the bottom. So if we try now, "Hey Siri." So I prefer the bottom, to be fair. It just looks kind of, "Hey Siri." Just looks cooler, to be fair. It also hides the dock, which is also very, very interesting. Well, so the third tweak I have for you guys is called lock animation. So when you lock your device, it gives you a nice animation. This was very popular back in a couple of years ago, I think, or last year. So if I lock my device like so, let's watch it. As you saw, it's supposed to be like a TV shutdown. So you can also change animations for this. So if you go back into the settings, go to lock animations, click on animations, and then you get like a lot of options. Go to flip, page curl, suck, zoom, random, and all that. And this is like animation speed, I assume, and then you can reset the settings, which I don't really want to do. So if we try I don't remember what this one was, but there we go. It kind of like twists. So yeah, this is it, how to lock animations. The link is going to be down below in the description. Floater dock allows you to have a nice floating dock around your original one that you're supposed to have. If I zoom in real quick, there we go, you can see it better. It has rounded edges and also has a recent application that you just visited. So it was Twitter. If I go onto YouTube, go back, it changes to YouTube. You can change the settings to have like 2 different recent applications, or like 3, as you can see, but then you have to respring every single time over here. You can have regular docs, dock icons, all that good stuff. The link is going to be down below in the description for this one as well. So the 5th tweak I have for you guys is called Zeppelin. Zeppelin allows you to change the carrier logo. For me, it's like Assassin's Creed, I believe this is, but it doesn't work anywhere else because I do have Neptune installed, and it changes these status bar. As you can see, the time is there when it's supposed to be there. It changes it up. So if you do not have Neptune, the Zeppelin will only work with a single icon. It doesn't work, you can't change it for some reason. I don't know why. If you can change the carrier text, we will find out in a minute. Pencil charger. Basically what it does, if you're on like an iPad and you put the pencil down on the new ones, it gets a little charging symbol. Basically this tweak allows you to do the same animation wise. So if I plug my charger in on my phone, you should see like a nice little animation over here. So as you saw, that looks really cool. It's called Pencil Charger. It's free to download, down below in the description. So the next tweak I have for you guys is called Lock Glyph. Basically what it does, if you lock your device, you're going to get this little symbol over here. It's like a fingerprint. So basically if you touch it, it scans your finger
and it just unlocks like that. Obviously you have got to click it just because, as you can see, it does unlock, but that's what it does. It basically, if you touch it slightly, it gives this little animation. If you get the password code wrong, it vibrates and then it just unlocks. So there is settings. So there is the settings for this. However, settings doesn't seem to be working, so don't be commenting down below if there's any issues with this. Okay, so the next tweak I have for guys is called Spring Plus. Basically what it does is it allows you to like customize pretty much everything. Go into like lock screen settings, disable wake for power connected, press like you can hide certain things, hide page dots, disable camera. You can do so many things over here. You can go to Springboard as well. Status bar, all these good stuff guys, app switcher system. I'm not going to go through all of them, but basically guys, you can mess about with this and change your device as much as you want. So this is called Spring Plus. It's going to be linked down below in the description, as to every other tweak. Okay guys, so the next tweak is called borders. Basically what it does, it having from like a big annoying folder, it just changes it to something nice. As you can see, it kind of removes everything and puts it in one big loop of like blur. So I really like this. As you can see, same in here. There's an issue with this because it kind of says apps right in the left corner top, when it should be like below the folders. It's strange, but it does work guys. So it does look kind of cool though. It gives a nice little look to your iPhone device. So for the next week, I feel like this is very like simple, but I just love it so much. Basically what happens, if you like swipe on your status bar, it just removes it completely. So as you can see, it's gone, and then to get it back up if you want a time, and then just swipe it back to the right and it's over here. So of course there's settings about it. So you go to swipe to hide. You can swipe to hide the dock and status bar, so you must enable it before this works because it just won't work. I tried to get this working but it wouldn't work for me. But anyways, right, so the next tweak is called Artsy. So basically what it does, if you play on Spotify or like any music basically, and then let's just choose a song. We'll do this one. As you can see, I'm going to move this real quick before I get copyrighted. Basically what it does, it picks out the album picture and it puts it over here. Also, if you do lock your device, it should change your wallpaper to that certain song. So let's go back up and change the song. So as you can see guys, the album picture is right there, and if I do lock my device, it changes everything. So I really like this tweak. It's really cool. You can pause it, and as you can see, it just looks really cool. Obviously this will get fixed later on, but that's really cool. So of course the next tweak is called 5 column. As you can see, it does look a bit odd because I'm not used to it, and I'm pretty sure you're not. Basically what it does, instead of having like 4 icons on each row, it basically gives you 5. So it just kind of makes your iPhone look more full in a way. So if you go over to this one, if I can add certain more applications on one page instead of having to move over to the other one. And if you have lots of applications, you can fit them all in one page. So as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it works really cool. So if I wanted to, I can get Spotify and drag it all the way to here and then fill it up. So this is called a 5 column. And the next tweak, basically I'm going to go and jump in at the same time, it's called bounce. Basically what bounce does, when you open an app, it gives us nice big bounce. As you can see, if you close it, open it up, my Twitter, bounce, and it's kind of cool. It may get a bit annoying for you guys, so if you do fancy it and you're looking for something new, I guess this is a tweak for you. Clear. And the next tweak is called clear dock. As you can see on my dock, there's nothing going on behind it. There's no like grey, or there's no like black little images. I can't really describe it, but basically it's a clear dock. I'm pretty sure you know what I'm on about. So that's clear dock. It just kind of makes it nice, more minimalistic. And the next tweak is called double tap to unlock your device. So basically, if I double tap anywhere, just like so, it locks my device. So I don't even need to be pressing this button over here. I can just set my phone down, double tap, and it's locked. So the first tweak I have for you guys is called Roman passkey, or passcode, or something like that. So I'm pretty sure if you heard of it. If you haven't, this is literally such a nice little feature. Basically, instead of having numbers or just like numbers and letters, it literally the Roman key is so sleek. It's so nice. Just look at that, and then you can just obviously enter your passcode, and it works. So that was Roman passkey. Okay, so the next tweak I have for you guys is called animation to be fast. Yes, I've set the animation to be really slow, so as you can see, if you do click on it, it takes a long time. But if I respring my device, if I actually enable this to like instant, it'll literally be instant, and I will show you in a minute. There we go, back in, and as you can see, this is how quick it is. So then if I go into settings, it just instantly shows up. So if I go into YouTube, instantly, this is crazy. Twitter, if you want to follow me on Twitter, the link is going to be down below in the description. A quick plug, but there we go, it's so fast and really like this. Okay, so back to the third tweak I have for you guys. It's called Snap 2. This was my best and favourite tweak back in the day when CYDIA and jailbreak was around iOS 10, I believe. Basically what it does, it can take a screenshot. Let's just do this. Take a screenshot, and it goes into like this little black mode. So what you're going to do is basically select it as something. If you want to take a screenshot of a certain thing, like let's say Snapchat, we'll do YouTube, okay, because it has the most notifications. So basically you can take it, you can like select YouTube, and you don't want anything else to be inside the screenshot. Just select it like this, double tap it, and there we go. Although this has a little glitch where the picture is just black, as you can see, but what you're going to do is put it inside the album, go back into your photos, and as you can see, we have a picture. So this is really cool. You can do this again, and you can do it like a really big one, and then like double tap it. As you can see, you can even share it if you click on more, and there we go. You can go back, click on into your album, and then go back into your pictures, and it's right here. So I do love this tweak so much. So the next tweak I have for you guys is called CASP, I believe. Basically what it does, if you go into your settings and you scroll down, everything fades in, like it fades in, like it's called CASP actually. So you can actually set the style to, we'll do like slide, you can change this duration obviously, and then if you go up, as you can see, everything just comes down. Let me show you better. As you can see, it looks so cool. I do love this actually a lot. Okay, so the last tweak I have for guys is called the Status HUD 2. There's going to be a name somewhere here anyway. Basically what it does, instead of having like a big blob on your screen over here, basically what it does, it changes the volume inside the status. So as you can see, it removes the clock and it turns into this. So it's quite cool, amazing, and then it fades back into the clock. So the very first tweak I have for you guys is called Alkaline. Basically what it does, it changes the battery icon or the look of the battery to something more different and sort of better. So if I zoom in, as you can see, it has like a little bars, as you can see right there, and if it goes all the way to 100%, it should all be filled. Now it's not all filled. So you're also going to have 3 themes that you can change to, which is spots, Habisha, which I just call bars, and then there's bolus. As you can see, if you do type it like this, click on Alkaline, and there will be a respring button. If you respring your device, and it should fix it. So the next tweak I have for guys is called Bye Bye HUD. I've made a video similar to this one, which is Melia, I believe, which for me personally, I like Melia more. And basically what it does, it changes the way your volume box looks like. The default one is like right in the middle, and it's really annoying. This one's a little different. So as you can see, if I turn the volume down, there's like a little percentage over here, and it goes down a fair bit, and then if I ramp it up all the way. There's also some new themes with this as well. If you go and choose view, and get a slider, which basically is like this, which is also quite nice. And then you get minimal view, which is, bar view, which is like this. So personally, it's not my favorite option, but I guess it is what it is. I like the minimal view, kind of hides it, and it just looks quite nice. So this is called a Bye Bye HUD. So the third tweak I have for you guys is called color badges. If there's noise in the background, I do apologise. There's construction going on around my house, so if anything, I do apologise. So basically, as you can see, this is color badges, and the best thing about there's an application where we're setting color, the badge color will change itself. So as you can see, for like trading 212, it's all black, and the actual color badge is black. So if I go over to Twitter, it's blue, YouTube, it's red. As you can see, this one is also red because it's a red application, and this is blue, all that good stuff. So this is called color badges. It basically takes the color of your application and adds it to a brand, the same color, to be fair. So the next tweak I have for you guys is called so I can't show you the next tweak because it's actually tweaks that is no beta alert, I believe. So when you do lock your device, if you are on a beta version, when you unlock your device, you're going to get like a little pop-up saying, oh, please update to the latest version or something, and obviously you don't want to do that because you still want a jailbreak. So what this tweak will do, it will basically hide the beta alert and you won't have it anymore. So basically the last tweak I have, guys, is called simple passcode. Basically it's similar to the Roman passcode key, but that's what it does, it hides pretty much everything. So you can actually customize this in settings. So you can either customize in settings either to delete the letters, default, or hide everything. Mine selected to hide everything just because it just looks a lot neater. Looks kind of like cool, to be fair, just like this, but it still works and functions like it should do.